Craig Hamilton Parker, born on January 1954, is a well-known British professional psychic medium that has predicted many future events with great accuracy. Born in Southampton, UK, Hamilton Parker says he was convinced at an early age that he was mediumistic. Craig Hamilton Parker successfully predicted the publicized mayhem in Brexit, the grueling nice attack made by the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant in 2016, as well as predicting the Prime Minister David Cameron's resignation, and he also successfully predicted the election of Donald Trump in the United States as well. Over the past year, the spiritualist and psychic Craig Hamilton Parker has developed a name for himself by making a series of stunning predictions about the changing political landscape which turned out to be completely accurate. For the year 2017, the following predictions are revealed. Worldwide flu epidemic. Craig Hamilton Parker has predicted a worldwide flu epidemic to occur around December 2017, possibly into mid-2018. According to Parker, there will be a worldwide flu-like epidemic from a strange disease that attacks the immune system and will kill many in the Third World. This can be reminiscent of the 1918 flu pandemic that killed 50 million people worldwide, ranking as one of the deadliest epidemics in history. The 1918 flu pandemic struck in 3 waves across the globe, starting in the spring of that year, and is tied to a strain of H1N1 influenza ancestral to one still virulent today. This prediction can hold truth as cases of the seasonal flu in 2017 have already reached epidemic levels across the country, as many children have died from the virus, according to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. More than 144 million doses of seasonal influenza vaccine have been distributed this year. Pope Francis assassination and kidnap attempt. Craig Hamilton Parker is predicting an assassination and kidnap attempt on the Pope at the Vatican. Hamilton also claims that multiple Swiss guards will be killed during this extreme assassination attempt as well. This can be very possible, as there has been many attempts towards Pope Francis throughout the recent years. For example, the Southeast Asian jihadist terrorist organization Jemaah Islamiyah reportedly planned to kill Pope Francis during his trip to the Philippines in 2015 by detonating a bomb along the route of the papal motorcade, but the attempt was prevented by adjustments to the Pope's program. Hamilton's prediction can be very true, as Italian prosecutors have also warned that the mafia have considered a lethal strike on Francis. Besides this warning, the Pope is still at risk of an assassination attempt by the Islamic extremists as well. Pope Francis has said he has accepted that he may be assassinated, but has asked God to make sure it doesn't hurt too much, as he is a real wimp. Francis said that if fanatics want to kill him, it is God's will. He said, "Life is in God's hands. I have said to the Lord, you take care of me, but if it is your will that I die or something happens to me, I ask you only one favor, that it doesn't hurt, because I am a real wimp when it comes to physical pain." Stock market collapse. According to the psychic Craig Hamilton Parker, around the summer 2017 America will coincide with a huge stock market fall and long-term inflation. Parker envisions a major fall in the stock market that can really affect the current economical state. This seems very possible, as several noted economists and distinguished investors are warning of a stock market crash as well. The prophetic economist Andrew Smithers warns, U.S. stocks are now about 80% overvalued. Smithers backs up his prediction using a ratio which proves that the only time in history stocks were this risky was 1929 and 1999, and we all know what happened next. Stocks fell by 89% and 50%, respectively. Blue-chip stocks like Apple, Microsoft, and IBM will plunge, but there is one distinct warning that should send chills down your spine, and that is the statements from the legendary James Dale Davidson. Davidson is the famed economist who correctly predicted the collapse of 1999 and also 2007. True to form, in a new controversial video, Davidson uses 20 unquestionable charts to prove his point that a 50% stock market crash is here. Major volcanic eruptions in Iceland. Craig Hamilton Parker is predicting a volcanic eruption from Iceland's largest volcano. According to Parker, this volcanic eruption will cause a major toxic gas cloud over Norway. This prediction should be taken very seriously, as travel service companies are encouraged to reinforce their contingency plans due to an increased risk of eruption. Iceland's Katla volcano. An enormous volcanic eruption can have the power to plunge the world into a new societal crisis. The 1257 eruption of the Samulis volcano in Indonesia produced a dust cloud that blocked out the sun around the world, and has been blamed for triggering severe food shortages and turmoil worldwide. According to geophysicist Paul Einarsson, 4 of Iceland's volcanoes are showing increased amounts of activity in preparation for another eruption. If you are in Iceland, or plan to fly to or from the country in the near future, you have been forewarned. UK Houses of Parliament will burn. Craig Hamilton Parker is predicting that in 2017 a large fire will destroy the Houses of Parliament in the UK. This prediction is very surprising, since the Palace of Westminster, the medieval royal palace used as the home of the British Parliament, was largely destroyed by fire on way back in the year 1834. According to Hamilton, this fire will be caused due to maintenance issues and will not have anything to do with terrorist attacks. With a bold prediction like this, maybe the maintenance workers of the Houses of Parliament might ensure this will not happen by providing adequate repairs, maintenance and safety regulations. William Shakespeare poisoned. According to the living psychic Craig Hamilton Parker, the late great William Shakespeare, who was a legendary English poet, playwright, and actor, widely regarded as the greatest writer in the English language, will have his remains examined and his bones exhumed, which will later reveal new clues to how Shakespeare actually died. Parker predicts that Shakespeare remains will uncover that the late Shakespeare died from an act of intentional poisoning, leading to a more in-depth forensic analysis of the poet's remains. This is very ironic, as experts believe that Shakespeare had a fear of exhumation and have suggested that anxiety about the mistreatment of corpses can be found in at least 16 of his plays. William Shakespeare is said to have lived in fear of exhumation and had an unusual obsession with burial. Craig Hamilton Parker's prediction can be very true, as recently an academic has called for Shakespeare's remains to be exhumed so that more can be learned about his life. Advanced virtual reality games and cinema. Parker has also predicted a huge boost in entertainment technology, as he envisions new and amazing high-tech virtual reality games and cinematic experience. This prediction is already seeing light, as big-name developers are already getting in on the virtual reality act, bringing in big-name titles along with the budgets and expertise as well. Craig Hamilton Parker also claims that the big leap in technology can also have a tremendous downside, as just like immersive video games, it saps the inspiration from people and further enslaves the mind to materialism. Let's see what the future reveals.